Ashley with the Motherly Escape. I have had so many requests for a drugstore tutorial, a mom makeup tutorial, a quick look tutorial, etc., etc. So I am putting all three combined into one video. So this is going to be an entire face of drugstore makeup. I am going to show you how to use things multiple ways so that you don't have to buy additional products. What was the third one? Oh, and because we're only using so many products, it also cuts down on the time that it takes to put your face on. I think that's it. Yeah. Anyways, I have all products from L'Oreal, Maybelline, NYX, to Physicians Formula, to e.l.f. products, to, I don't know, Morphe, brushes, beauty blenders, lots of stuff. Stay tuned to see this entire glam look, and please subscribe down below and like this video if you like what you saw. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. I've been using this primer for years. If I use a matte foundation, I like to use this as my primer because it illuminates the face underneath while it'll still keep, while your foundation will still give you that matte effect, but you'll still glow. So you don't look matte and dry, you look matte and luminous. Okay, so since I'm doing the full face of drugstore products, one of the foundations I have been loving lately is the Maybelline 24-Hour Full Coverage Super Stay 24-Hour Coverage. The Full Coverage Foundation. So I'm going to take the Maybelline foundation, and I am using a Morphe foundation brush, I guess it is. I don't know. And I like to dot it around my face, and then I will gently blend it in. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. I've been using this primer for years. If I use a matte foundation, I like to use this as my primer while your foundation will still give you that matte effect, but you'll still glow. So you don't look matte and dry, you look matte and luminous. Okay, so since I'm doing the full face of drugstore products, one of the foundations I have been loving lately is the Maybelline 24-Hour Full Coverage Super Stay 24-Hour Coverage. The Full Coverage Foundation. So I'm going to take the Maybelline foundation, and I am using a Morphe foundation brush, I guess it is. I don't know. And I like to dot it around my face, and then I will gently blend it in. Now I go over my eyelids, and I also go over my lips, and I feel like it gives the rest of my makeup a better foundation and will stay longer. For concealer, I'm going to be using two Maybelline products. This is one that I've used for years, obviously. I mean, this is like my fourth tube, and this is the Maybelline Age Rewind, and it helps with the under eye puffiness and dark circles, which I definitely have. It just helps to illuminate your under eyes. Now typically I would go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, but since I'm doing a full face of drugstore products, I'm going to be trying out for the first time. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal. It's a camouflaging concealer. Just put a little bit on my finger. Since I've never used this, I'm just going to give it a try. And just gently tap it where I'm going to be using my beauty blender. Now I I like to use a brush for my foundation, and then I like to use a small beauty blender for my concealer. Some people like to do the reverse, but I don't. I don't know, it's just the way that I like to use it. So I'm also going to put a little bit down my nose and in the areas that I tend to get red quick. Okay. I'm going in with my little beauty blender. I like to use the pointed end on my eyes, and then I flip it over and I use the flat side on the rest of my face. If I spread any of the Age Rewind anywhere else on my face, I just break out. So I love this sponge for just that reason. Oh yes, oh yes. Now, first impressions, this is not as thick or creamy as my Tarte Shape Tape, and also when I'm done with my under eye, I like to go over my eyelid, and that will be my primer for my eyeshadow, so I don't have to use two different products. Set everything, I am going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. It's the loose finishing powder. This is a number 10, it's fair light, has a really great yellow undertone to it, which is perfect for my red skin. Now, I'm only going where my T-zone is, okay? So I'm going to keep my cheeks more luminous, and then I'm just going to go where I tend to get greasy and where my makeup breaks down. A trick of how I get ready quickly, and I use the same products for multiple purposes, and also not have to buy so many different products. So the first thing I'm going to do, if you remember, I put my foundation and my concealer over my eyelids, so I have a perfect base that looks like my skin tone over my eyes. I'm going to take my bronzer, and I'm going to use my bronzer as my eyeshadow contour, okay? Follow with me. So I have been having a problem with a lot of bronzers turning orange on me, and I don't like to spend a lot of money. So I found this e.l.f. It is the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. This is in medium to dark, and I love it for contour, for bronzing. It has no shimmer in it. It's super flat matte, so this I love. I'm going to take a Morphe blending brush and just gently dab in the powder, and then I'm going to apply in my crease. Now, if you have hooded eyes, you can bring the color up just a little bit past the crease to give a little more definition, because you know once you open your eyes, you can't really even see it. Alright, now, since I still have this out, I'm going to go ahead and take my bronzing brush. This is the Morphe, I don't know, brush, it has no name. And dip it back in that same powder, and then just waken my face up a little bit while I have this out. So I hit the sides, the temples of my forehead, and bringing it down. It just gives your face a little more definition. You want to make sure that you get it into the hairline so that you don't have a harsh line there where there's no product and where your face stops. To do my nose, I just take the same bronzing powder with this Morphe M459, and this I find is the easiest way and quickest way to do my nose. If you don't want to give your nose a little bit more definition, you do not have to, but I tend to always want to. Okay, blending brush, it's the Morphe M433, and I'm going to blend out so there's no harsh lines, since that's the only eyeshadow we're going to do, because this is in a hurry and drugstore. I am going to curl my lashes, and then I will apply my eyeliner. eyeliner today, I'm going in with another drugstore product, and this is the Revlon Color Stay. It says it can stay up to, I think it was like 16 hours, and it's a liquid liner, which I love, and it does really work and last for a long time. I would compare this to probably the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and it's a fraction of the price. I don't like to go all the way into my eyelid. I tend to get watery, so the closer you get it to your eyes, the more that it's going to spread. So I just keep it, focus on the outside. Now, one of my absolute favorite products is L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. It is the same formula of their voluminous mascara, but they have it in a primer form. I have used this for years and I love it. So you are going to lightly apply this to your eyelashes and make sure that you separate them, because once this sets, you will not be able to separate them very easily. This really helps to lift your lashes and to hold them up all day. It's perfect. At this point, I typically do my eyebrows. I don't typically like my eyebrows to be perfect and to be bushy. I just like them to be a little more natural, so I'm going to show you this L'Oreal. It's the Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. It has a really great tip to it. I start at the bottom of my eyebrows and follow along to the natural path. Now on the top, I'm going to go a little bit higher than my natural brow because I overplucked in high school and they still have not grown back. And I like to give it a little bit of an arch where my lashes are missing. I mean my brows. And then I gently fill it in. So I'm going to go on the other side. And do the same thing. Follow along with the natural. And then at the top, go a little bit higher than my natural lashes. And I always try to do the arch a little bit. With the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and set them into place. This also helps to fill them in a little bit, especially if I missed a spot, because I'm typically always in a hurry. Typically. I also feel like this helps to really blend in the eyebrow pencil so that it's not so stark or so harsh of lines. Okay, now I'm going to go in with blush, and today I am using the Milani Baked Blush. Now this is in number 5, Luminoso. This is like a knockoff of NARS Orgasm. This is the Morphe M142 brush, and I'm going to gently get a little bit of the blush and just hit the apples of your cheeks and then bring it up a little. Again on this other side. My highlighter, and today I'm using Physicians Formula. This is the Butter highlighter in Pearl. Now a lot of people love the bronzer of this, and I do, but sometimes it turns a little orange on me. But I love this highlighter. It is a great, affordable highlighter. I'm going to use the Morphe M554 brush, and I'm just going to get a little bit. And this literally has this better consistency than the Butter bronzer. I promise you. It is creamy in the bow of my lips. Okay. Then I also take a Morphe I don't know what brush this is, basic eyeshadow brush, and hit the insides of my eye to wake them up. And then I also go right under the high point of my eyebrow. So again, the inside, this really helps to wake up your face, and Mama always needs it, let me tell you. And then right here. Before I do my mascara, I like to do my lips because it gives it a chance to dry a little bit before I put a gloss on. So I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, and this is in the color Dreamer, 10 in Dreamer. Using the Maybelline Total Temptation. This is in waterproof because it is super hot in California right now. So now that my primer is dry, I will apply this mascara, and I like to start at the base and wiggle it up. I always flip the wand over to get the very outside lashes, as well as using the tip. Okay, once my mascara is done, then I'm going to go in and do my lower lashes. Lashes are done. So if you get any mascara under the eyes or on the top of your eye lid, let it dry, and then gently go in with a Q-tip, and it will completely take it away without smearing it. If you try to fix it now, it's going to smear all over your face, and then you have a huge mess. So just leave it for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to finish off this look with a little bit of gloss, and I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the color Meringue. This is one of my favorite glosses I've used for years. To finish off this look, since I did not set my entire face with setting powder, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Wear Boosting Setting Spray. It locks in your makeup for a long-lasting finish. This is a trick that if you are having dry skin, or if you tend to have any wrinkles or any creases that might come up, this is perfect to use instead of a setting powder. And I like to spray it very generously, and then quickly go in with something to fan it. This is one of those things that will then really set your makeup. That is my entire face of drugstore makeup and products that I use on a daily basis for a quick and easy makeup look. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe down below and hit the thumbs up button. You can also check out my blog at themotherlyescape.com.